Today I'm connecting with Zen Hassan and Zen Homes to share some building tips and things to look out for when buying a house.
We do buy and we do what you call bespoke build. You have an idea, you share that idea with me, and we will find a way to put that idea on paper. And once you're happy with everything, we start the approval process, get the whole thing approved. My first piece of advice is to get a contractor who understands the need for exact ordering of material to minimize wastage. So the first thing is to have a contractor who has minimal wastage as part of their DNA. If one does not, when we started this project, what we met here was an incomplete foundation. This foundation, I would say best guess, was about 85% complete. And it was put down and overgrown. And it was left unattended for a period of probably about 14 months. So firstly, when we got here, we had to rehabilitate the site. And we had to do site layout. When materials come, and you don't want those materials to get in your way when you start your other activity. So you have to find an intelligent place on the site to house and store materials safely. You have to ensure that you have adequate water, and you need to ensure that you have power to work, electricity. If power is not available through a temporary connection like what had existed here, you need to use generators, both 110 and 220 when the roof work had started. It was 3 weeks of actual work, and we're already priming. Any construction project is going to require a budget, where the spender or the budget holder will have to take into consideration that which is the wish list and that which is the absolute necessities for the process to take place seamlessly. The wish list should never dilute the compulsory list. We must get the raw work done first, and then all the other niceties will come afterwards in terms of finishing. That is, if you're on a shoestring budget. As with any project, there will be changes, manipulations, and issues that would crop up from time to time. The contractor or the builder has to be responsive to those issues and make the correct decisions to mitigate any fallout from a wrong decision. In terms of putting up blocks, we always employ stiffeners in the corner every other course, or otherwise directed by an engineer. Use concrete blocks in the corners as stiffeners, and then we put linkages in them with 1/4-inch steel in an L-shaped fashion every other course, and everything is tied together at the end with a ring beam.
And we have to talk to, what's his name?
Mitch?
Mitch.
Mitch is here.
Oh, Mitch here?
With Mitch Van Dyke.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Mitch?
So they're
They
supposed
are
to
the
come
way.
on.
They just called her for final direction, so they are the southern main road coming. No problem, man. All right.
In my own building experience, that is one of the most tedious parts of the game. Waiting, boy. Waiting on concrete, truck, waiting on roofing material.
Correct. Especially when they say they come in one time and then they don't. So a lot of delays sometimes.
We don't ever take the budgetary allowance from the homeowner to do the job. We keep them in the project and let them continue to be the budget holders in the job. We don't ask for any upfront payment. We take drawdowns once the work is completed. She right here, she will tell you that.
That is so true, because at every step of the way, as I said, he would send, okay, this is the material that we need. We're going through the material list. You okay with this? Yes, no problem. It's not like if he is taking funds from us in advance and then we hope that they pay or allocate it the way it's supposed to. Every step of the way, he has said, all right, this, do you approve? Don't approve? Let's work on it. Let's find a way to make it work. Yeah.
So if they can have a saving in the construction process, they will have more available funds for them to finish the house or the structure the way they want to.
I remember the first day of this project, the very day that we were going to start this project, we came with some kind of hurdles that we had to jump through. Someone stole my electrical meter. The ground wasn't cut. They just started on a project that was already started, basically. So he has been asked to finish a project that already started. And that very first day, it showed me what he was made of. When I was panicking, offer the stolen meter, he was like, all right, calm down. We're going to find a way forward. And that is how he has been throughout this project.
Always find a solution.
Yes.
Never make it a problem.
Definitely.
We're very solutions oriented. We don't focus on problems.
Correct.
These things will happen. And that is the nature of construction. Change. It's called managing change. And that is the adaptation of life.
What is called this process? Rolling out guttering? What's this?
Forming guttering.
Roll forming guttering?
Yeah, about 10 minutes. Off model.
Oh.
So we have sold quite a number of houses in here. Quite a number. This is our latest offering.
We get to see this house?
We're here to see this house. This is our final installment in Highbury Park. You need to be comfortable with the location of the would-be purchase. The other thing is to ensure that the house has legal title. It's bona fide for sale, and it is actually in the name of the person who you are going to be doing business with, and not any other parties. The homeowner, the developer, the contractor, whomever it is who owns the house, has to demonstrate to the new purchaser, from the purchaser, the new buyer, the new homeowner, that the property is not at all encumbered. It has to be completely unencumbered, meaning that there are no loans or liens, as we like to call it, placed against the property. But the attorneys will have to validate this by performing something called a search. And once that search comes back clean and clear, they then instruct the bank and the purchaser, okay, we can move forward here. We need to get a clearance from WASA. We need to get T&Tech bills all paid up. And in this case, it's a development. So all the home ownership fees due to the Homeowners Association have to be sorted out completely. So when that person buys this house, they're on a clean slate. It's helpful if the contractor or the owner, the current owner, has video, photos to demonstrate the construction processes that took place in the construction of the house. We have a catalog from day one when we saw the site up until today when it is finished, completed and ready for the new owner. So all the piling that would have been done, all the tying of steel, all the laying of steel, all the concrete pouring, all those events have been documented by us. Every bit of the construction.
So I could call on you and I could say, hey, I would like to see what took place at the foundation, what went into it.
I can get you that now. And at the end of the construction, you have something called your certificate of completion. So that's a three-part thing with WASA, Ministry of Health, and local government authority. This is a 3-bedroom unit. This unit sits on just over 5,000 square feet of land, and the size of this unit is 1,800 square feet of living space. We have a lovely teak kitchen.
Oh, I can smell the teak in here.
And all of this is quartz.
I can take a look in the cupboards?
You could go right ahead. We always frame those cupboards with PVC board down at the bottom.
Right.
So in the event of any issues later on down the line, the cupboards are not going to be spoiled. Your material quality and the quality of the inputs going into your project have to be top notch. I have found in my experience, some people try to persuade you to buy something of a lesser standard to save money and hope that it works and lasts. But I have found that that is not so. It is always better to spend upfront during the construction process and put in the best finishings and outfit the house at the highest possible level. And everything has to be done within a budget, of course, but you try not to compromise on quality. Do not cut corners. It comes back to haunt you at the end.